Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Double tragedy. On the same day, detectives commenced an investigation into the murders of a mother and son in northeast Manchester. A Mandeville couple was found dead in a suspected case of murder-suicide 3 days into the new year. Keith and Stephanie Ellis, both in their 40s, were found dead at their home on Bonita Crescent in Mandeville mid-afternoon Tuesday after a missing person report was filed with the police. Police say they found the wife, a bank employee, with a wound to her forehead inside the house, and the husband, otherwise called Ricky, a former taxi operator, was found hanging from a scaffolding at the back of the property. A police source said a crowbar, believed to be that weapon used, was found at the scene. Relatives told reporters that the couple was going through a divorce. Maybe about 2 months now, she gave him a paper, divorce, tell him to sign it, agrees to and Ivy Nemard, Keith Ellis' mother, told reporters. Him same tell her say him nah sign it, and she a quarrel that she want the divorce. He got a lawyer because she had one already. I think it was today, Tuesday, that he was supposed to get back to the lawyer because he got everything the lawyer asked for, added Nemard. She added that she had seen her son Tuesday morning, but that he wasn't acting strangely. Tuesday at him anniversary now. Him come at me yard this morning about 6 o'clock. Me ask him if him did go out. Him say yes, alright later, she said, adding that the couple, who had been constructing a 2-story house, had stayed with her for 2 years until they finished a section of the house. According to Nemard, her son had suffered a stroke overseas and had recently recovered. However, she claimed that he had been undergoing stress due to problems in the marriage. Alfred Dewitt, an uncle of Stephanie Ellis, said the couple had been married for about 12 years. He, Keith, was such a nice guy to me, but they were going through a divorce. I saw her on Sunday and I hugged her up and sat down with her. She was so nice and calm. I said to her, may I come round a yard for the Christmas gift. They were nice young people. I never see them quarrel. She grew up in the church, he said. A female relative of Keith Ellis was inconsolable, thought herself on the road near the scene of the tragedy. This year just start, and look where reached me now. Father God, only you alone know everything, she cried. Meanwhile, hours earlier, 52-year-old Althea Rowe and her son, 35-year-old Glenn Palmer, had been found with what appeared to be gunshot wounds in the House of Providence district near Homo Technical High School. A senior police source told reporters that Palmer had been wanted for a shooting incident in Manchester and had managed to elude the police in several operations. He reportedly fled to the north parishes of Trelawney and St. James. The source said Palmer had returned to Manchester and was residing at the house in a remote section of Providence. Police believe Palmer's criminal lifestyle was a factor in his demise and the killing of his mother. Investigators theorize that the two were killed on New Year's Eve. Relatives told reporters that they became concerned after multiple attempts to contact Rowe and Palmer had been unsuccessful. A police source said shortly after 11 a.m., a relative went to the house and found the bodies. Reporters were told that Rowe, who worked at a bar in the corporate area, was visiting her son at the time of the incident. The woman's sister, Doreen Rowe, said she was in shock to find where her sister was staying with her nephew. Althea was a good person. The son lived up here for a while, so I don't know if anybody have any problem. If my sister did call me and tell me say she gonna move from where she did and come live up here, mother tell her don't come up here. I would never live up here, so I don't know how she come up here, so come stay overnight and cause her death. I don't know what happened. Only the dog can tell, because the dog sit down at the doorway guarding the bodies, said Rowe. I know my sister came up here to the wrong place at the wrong time. It seemed to me like them dead from Saturday because they could smell the odor in the house. A neighbor heard gunshot, but he thought it was clappers. Right now you're going at the house, the stove is still on, she added. MOHW says WhatsApp message about new COVID variant is fake. The Ministry of Health and Wellness, MOHW, on Tuesday issued a warning that a message being circulated on WhatsApp and social media about a new COVID variant called COVID Omicron XBB is fake. The fake message advises that this new variant is 5 times more virulent than the Delta variant and has a higher mortality rate. The now viral message went on to add that no cough or fever accompanies the new variant and lists symptoms of joint pain, headache, pain in the neck and upper body, as well as pneumonia and loss of appetite. Please note that this message circulating via WhatsApp and on social media is not from the Ministry of Health and Wellness, Jamaica. #fake news, #COVID-19, MOHW1 in a post on its Twitter page. The MOHW further advised that official notices about COVID-19 can be found on its social media pages and the website. St. Catherine teen boy charged with rape. A teen boy of Banbury District, Linseed St. Catherine, is scheduled to face court on a charge of rape. Reports from the Linseed police are that about 3 a.m. on the day in question in November, the complainant was inside a motor vehicle when the accused opened the back door and made sexual advances at her. The accused subsequently held her down and had sexual intercourse with her, according to the police. A report was made to the police and an investigation was launched. He was charged after a question and answer session in the presence of his attorney. His court date is being finalized. 2 men arrested after shotgun cartridges found in Crocus bag. 2 men have been arrested for possession of a prohibited weapon and possession of prohibited ammunition following a seizure on Jonah Crescent in Maypen, Clarendon on Friday, December 30. Reports from the Maypen police are that about 10:45 a.m., a joint police-military operation was carried out in Jungle Crescent in the parish. A search was conducted and 1 12-gauge shotgun and 6 12-gauge cartridges were found in the rear of the premises, wrapped in a crocus bag. The occupants of the dwelling were taken into custody, but their identities are being withheld pending further investigations. Boy wanted for murder in St. Catherine. Detectives assigned to the St. Catherine South Criminal Investigations Branch, CIB, has named Aton Cargill, otherwise called Bow, of Madden Street in Kingston as wanted for murder. Cargill is urged to report to the Portmore CIB by Wednesday, January 4 at 5 p.m. Anyone knowing the whereabouts of Cargill is urged to call the Portmore Police at 876-949-8403, 119 Police Emergency Number, Crime Stop at 311 or the nearest police station. Businessman charged with illegal possession of firearm, ammo in St. James. A businessman has been arrested and charged with illegal possession of firearm and ammunition after his vehicle was searched in an operation in Granville, St. James on Monday. Charged is 28-year-old Ricardo Downer of Westgate Hills in the parish. Reports from the Montego Bay Police are that about 9:20 p.m., a joint police-military team was conducting vehicular checks along Garden Crescent in Granville. Downer, who was reported driving a Toyota Axio motor car, was signaled to stop. He complied and a search of the vehicle was conducted, which resulted in the seizure of a Glock 9mm pistol with a magazine containing 6 cartridges. Downer was subsequently arrested and charged. Police say relative of prominent Jamaican nabbed in airport cocaine bus. A Jamaican-American man, who a police source say is a relative of a prominent member of society, has been taken into custody following a major cocaine bust at the Norman Manley International Airport in Kingston on Monday. The police have, however, withheld the identity of the individual, who is being held on reasonable suspicion of breaches of the Dangerous Drug Act, the source told reporters on Tuesday. A release from the Constable's Corporate Communications Unit said approximately 12 kilograms of cocaine with an estimated street value of over $600,000, approximately 92 million Jamaican, was seized during security checks after abnormalities were detected in a blue suitcase destined for the United States. The police source disclosed that the would-be passenger, who was scheduled to depart on a JetBlue flight to Fort Lauderdale, attempted to check in a suitcase loaded with cocaine. After being identified by airline agents at the boarding gate, the suspect managed to slip away while waiting to be escorted for his suitcase to be checked. He left the location and departed the airport before he was held by the police, the source said. A manhunt was launched by the Jamaica Constabulary Forces JCF Narcotics Division in Kingston 6 area, and the suspect was apprehended. The police went and did a search of an address that is connected to him, and he was pursued to report to the police after a conversation, the source said. The narcotics police are continuing investigation into the matter. Up to first time, the source said the police were waiting for the suspect to retain the services of an attorney to begin questioning. The Dangerous Drug Act allows for monitoring and control against the illicit use of specific narcotics drugs such as cocaine, morphine, and others like ganja. Under the Act, a person found in possession of cocaine is liable on conviction before a circuit court to be fined or to be imprisoned for a term not exceeding 35 years or both, and on summary conviction before a resident magistrate to be fined not exceeding $500,000 or to be imprisoned for a term not exceeding 5 years or both. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification